Check out this clip from Pressbox Access host Todd Jones's conversation with sportswriter Geoff Calkins. Geoff recalls the insanity that was the Lennox Lewis Mike Tyson fight held in Memphis.
The World Championship fight between Mike Tyson and the champ Lennox Lewis was held at the Old Pyramid down in Memphis. Usually fights are in Vegas or New York or some overseas place. It ends up in Memphis, and you're the columnist in town. Boxing writers always say there's nothing quite like a championship fight, the night of a fight. What do you remember about the night and the atmosphere inside that building when Tyson and Lewis squared off?
The idea that this was happening in Memphis was insane, and it was only because Nashville turned it down, because Nashville thought it was too pristine a place for such a guy who would bite someone's ear and whatnot. And so the promoter, Brian Young, who was just a really small-town promoter at the time, he said, well, fine, I'll take it to Memphis. The mayor of Memphis, Willie Harrington, was a former Golden Gloves boxer. And so all of a sudden, no one wants this fight. Memphis will take it. And I ended up going to Maui, to Tyson's training camp. I went to the Catskills. It's funny. Lennox Lewis had his training camp in the Catskills, and I stayed at this old, like Dirty Dancing type hotel there in the Catskills. I remember the only room they could get, it was a heart-shaped bed with a mirror on the ceiling, just me and my little heart-shaped bed. But so then the week up to
Wait a minute, did you get any points for staying there?
You have the week up to it, you've got this contrast of Lennox Lewis, who comes in and is playing chess with the local kids in the local chess clubs and whatever else, and Lewis and Tyson, Tyson gets off the plane. He's got his pigeons with him. At the time he's being protested because he had said something that was homophobic. So I remember there was one day out at the gym, he was being protested by a local gay rights group, and he comes out of the gym where he'd been practicing, and he walks right over to, I think a guy was with Jim Maynard, I think his name was, and he hugs him. And we didn't know if he was going to bite his ear. Like, what's going to happen here? Tyson is, it's just when, it's the fight, the magic of the fight is something, but then the everything that comes with that Tyson, like what is going to happen next? Didn't
he bite Lewis's leg at the press conference or something? Or some melee or something?
He'd already bitten him. That was all happened before.
Okay, I'm losing track of the bites.
No melee here. I remember
the Vampire Diaries. I'm not caught up on.
He came at the weigh-in. He was overweight, and his trainer said, he said, "Don't worry, one poop and that'll be gone," or something like that. He was 5 pounds overweight. I'm like, what kind of a trip to the men's room is this going to be for him? But anyway, so it was just wild leading up to it, and then the whole world's media is in town in Memphis, which is a lot of fun. And then you go to the fight, and there's Denzel. I talked to Lee Steinberg was there, the agent, and I know Lee a little bit just from over the years covering players that he's represented and stuff. And I walk up to Lee Steinberg, I say hello, whatever, and he says, "Hey Geoff, this is," and I didn't quite hear him. I didn't hear he was, "This is so and so, and this is so and so," and I just kind of nod over there, and then I realize it was Tobey Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio. Those were the two people who he was introducing me to, who were both wearing baseball caps. And
did you ask him to write a sidebar?
Trying not to, yeah, right. So the fight wasn't much. The truth of the matter is, the fight wasn't much of a fight.
Yeah, I think Lewis won in the 8th round knockout.
He dominated him from the start, and he could have knocked him out earlier. It was really the fight. That whole era of Tyson as the baddest man on the planet, like indestructible. What can he can do things that no other fighter can do. It really ended that night in Memphis, and then the subsequent fights were just sort of a sideshow.
Yeah, his career was pretty much over a year later. So.
Yeah.